Hello everyone, welcome to another JMPR gaming video. Today we're going to take a look at the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms first two Chapter 1 expansions. Following on from the core set and the rulebook, we have the Adventurer Followers and the Adventurer Allies. So 10 new models. The rules are available on the website if you are interested in looking at the rules. I will quickly go over them as we go through the video. But first we are going to get these boxes open. Take a look at the miniatures inside. These are all resin miniatures, no plastic this time like they did with the core set. So we're going to take a look, first open up the boxes and then I'll build them up and we'll take a look at them built as well. So let us get open the first box. Okay, so we are going to crack open the Allies first. So like I said, the models are all resin. So straight out of the box come in a little baggie. Let's get these guys out. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So we've got the Orc Barbarian, two-piece miniature. Some pretty good detail on that. I was looking forward to the Orc Barbarian, to be fair. I think he's one of my favourite out of these ones. I say Barbarian. I'm not really sure it's a Barbarian, but Orc with stuff. I'll figure out which base belongs to who in a minute. So they're numbered. So 34A and then 34B will be the base. No, I think that actually might be 34B. 34B. Oh, cool. Base is nicely detailed. Got looks like a little bit of a Dwemer artifact. A couple of Dwemer artifacts on the floor there. Who's next? So we have got a Khajiit. This is the Khajiit Thief. Again, two-piece miniature. Bit of cleaning up needed, but nothing major. That will just come right off. She's 33A. Where's her base? 33B. So don't know. Just looks like a textured base. I can't picture what. Can't really think what that is at the moment. I'm not sure what it's meant to be, if it's meant to be anything in particular. We have got, I think that's meant to be Lydia. Sword's a little bent, so a little bit of hot water, straighten that right up. Yeah, that's definitely Lydia. Just looking at the other miniatures, none of them, this is definitely the Lydia miniature. So her sword just needs a little bit of straightening there. And there's her base. So obviously Lydia is your first in-game, normally your first follow-up. She can carry all my stuff. Bit of a wooden effect there on her base. Yeah, hers is probably the most boring base so far. Who is next? So, Archer Lady. Is she anyone special, or is she just a generic follower? Nope, she's just a generic follower. So she is a Breton archer. It's nice to get some of the other races already in the game to make use of their rules. Again, a bit of fluff and stuff there. And it's nice to see quite a detailed archer pose as well with the arrow and the bow. Again, two-piece, well, no, she's technically three-piece because she's got the quiver there as well. And her base, again, just got some Dwemer pipes and artifacts on the floor, which is pretty cool. Building up to the, I forgot what they call it, something steel and shadow and steel. And then we've got Khajo, the Caravan Guard, Khajiit with mace. He's a three-piece model as well. And his little base there with a little campfire on it by the looks of it. Or, well, I don't know. It looks like a campfire. And he's got a little bit more stuff in between the legs that just needs to come off. So, again, that'll come off really easily. Yeah, lovely stuff. Can't wait to put those together. So that is the 5 models from the Adventurer Allies resin expansion. So let me pop those away, and then we will take a look inside the followers. Okay, so now I've got the followers. So again, in a little baggie. Only one baggie this time, not 2. So who have we actually got in this one? So we've got 4 named characters in this one. Or are they all named characters? Maybe they're all named characters actually. So let's figure this out. Okay, so we have got our first oh my god, lizard person. What is the race's name? Argonian. Thank god I remembered that. That's embarrassing. This guy is Darkethus, the miner. I can't remember him from the game. I know I've bumped into him before, but I honestly can't ever remember having him as a follower. So he looks like he's a 2-piece mini. No, he's actually... Is that his base? 47A, 47B. Does he have a bow as well? Yeah, totally does. And his tail's separate as well. So he's actually a 4-piece miniature with his base. So 5. Very cool looking mini though. Looking forward to painting up the Argonian skin. Here's one I recognise. Janessa. So she's followed me around many a time. Dark Elf. Two pieces by the looks of it. Don't think. What number is she? 44. No, she also has a quiver. Okay, has a quiver, but she's got no bow, but that's fine. Cool. Who next? Wizard guy. I actually have no idea who this is. I'm going to go with Mercurio, the Adventuring Mage. I don't like the paint job they've given him on the box. They've gone, I think, a bit over the top with the source lighting effect, where it looks like he's just a giant ball of energy, or it looks like his hands are mutating into a giant ball. So I'll dial that back a bit on mine. But he's casting the lightning ball. I don't remember the spell names. But yeah. So less of an interesting miniature in my opinion. But that could just be the paint job they've done on the box. The miniature itself actually, is like very detailed as normal, but I will reserve judgment till I've built and painted it myself. He also has the most boring base. It's just cobblestones. What do we got next? This is the lion guy. Forgotten his name again. Majol. I'm pretty sure this is Majol. I'm doubting myself. Okay, well now I'm doubting myself, but I'm sure this is Majol, the lioness. No, the lioness? Oh wait, this is not Majol, this is Vorstag, that's it. Yeah, the lioness should have given that away. Yeah, this is Vorstag, freelance adventurer. He comes with a cool Dwemer looking base as well, and a shield. 21. And then finally, This must mean Majol Lioness. So, who knows, I'm just guessing at characters now. I'm going to assume this is. And again, I'm not 100%, I only recognise like 3 or 4 of the characters out of all these 10. I know a couple of them in the other box are just generic followers, but the named characters, I feel like I've played Elder Scrolls 3 or 4 times through now, and these guys are not looking familiar, which just shows you the depth of the game. I'm sure I've bumped into these, I just can't remember them. So, that's a lovely looking axe. And she comes with a sword and another base. Alright, so there's the 10 models all in bits. I'm now going to build those up, and then we'll come back and take a look at the built models and have a look at some of their rules. And we are all built, and probably about just over half an hour's work. All 10 models prepped, put together. By prepped I mean given a wash in a very gentle, or sorry, very mild, warm bowl of water with some mild hand soap, and just giving them a gentle brush with a toothbrush. Not too hot or it will warp the miniatures. That being said, I did use some hotter water to bend a few of the weapons. Lydia's sword was a little bit bent, so I straightened that a little bit. Janessa's sword was also a little bit out of shape, so I bent that a little bit. The Orc Barbarian, the arms needed just bending a little bit just to fit on the model properly. The worst one was actually the Breton Archer. Her bow and the way it's positioned on the model. I also need to clean our bow up a little bit there, I can just see that. Needed quite a bit of bending on the arms. And you can probably see the arrows looking a little bit weird there. That's just from a result of getting the positioning right on the arms. But that being said, resin is my favourite material to work with because it is so flexible. It's lightweight, it goes together well, it paints well. So I'm glad that all of these models are in resin. 2 or 3 bits per model. I was up and ready. Like I said, all 10 models, probably 3 or 4 minutes per model to put together. Once they'd been washed it on the sprue, and then chopped off, put together, and then cleaned up any bits that I'd missed. Although apparently I did miss a bit on her bow. So they are awesome. The highlights, I think, actually Dakithus. His base is awesome. You can't see it too well, but also it's a very, very cool model. And the Orc Barbarian, he's now going to be my D&D character as well, I think. Yeah, they're just all really, really good models. Like, there's nothing apart from her arms that I dislike about any of them, to be fair. Well, no, I lied. The mage, I'm not a fan. It's definitely going to look better with paint on. Although, again, I don't like their over-the-top OSL paint job on the box. It's well painted, don't get me wrong, it's well painted, I just don't like it myself. So I'll I'll paint it up and see if the model grows on me at all. But at the moment, not a big fan of it. It's probably my least favourite of these 10. But it's still, like I said, it's still a pretty cool model, and I'm sure it will look good when I play with it. So I've decided we're not going to look at the rules in this video. This is just going to be about the models themselves. Resin, 10 models, 2 packs. Are you going to want to get them? Absolutely. They're awesome models. Of course you want to get them. People that bought the plastic set, starter set, and are now put off by the fact that these are resin, please don't be put off. Give resin a go. It's, in my opinion, maybe not a better material than plastic, but it's certainly easier to work with. in terms of building the models. 2 or 3 pieces of model and you're ready to go. Just use super glue. You know, it's simple as that. Cleanup's very similar. Yeah, there's little bits to clean up. Yes, washing the resin is advised with all resin models beforehand. But I do think once the models are actually put together and, you know, once you get the paint on them, you really do see the difference in the quality between plastic and resin. The plastics are good. You know, plastics are much better than, you know, some of the older ones, but I think the paint does take to resin models that much better. You might notice the colours on the resin are a little bit different between models. That's very normal as well. It's just the different batches of resin being mixed. So don't worry if you've got one that's a bit whiter and one that's a bit greyer. I mean, I actually 3D printed Modiphius's Fallout girl model as well. Just I don't actually play the Fallout game, but I saw the model and I just, hopefully for future Elder Scrolls model releases, just wanted to give the printing a go on my 3D printer. So, and actually I'm quite impressed with the quality. So I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, so there is the next 10 Elder Scrolls Call to Arms miniatures. I look forward to getting the actual card pack for these guys. I do have the download, so I do have the rules. If people want me to do a video on the rules and what I think they'll bring to the game, let me know in the comments. But for the moment, I think I'm just going to leave it with the models. And hopefully we'll see you guys again. Thank you very much for watching.